Hey guys, welcome back to my channel. My name is Danielle and I'm a wedding and brand photographer based here in St. Louis, Missouri. My whole purpose for creating this channel is to give you guys education, to give back, and to share everything that I've learned about photography in the past 6 years of being a full-time photographer. Because when I first started, I knew nothing. I didn't know how to pose my couples to get the kinds of photos that I wanted. You know those types of photos I'm talking about where there's like real, authentic emotion and laughter and interaction. I didn't know what verbiage to use to get that outcome and to get the raw emotion out of my couples. And that lack of knowledge pushed me to do a ton of research in the beginning of my career. I'd stay up super late. You guys, I am a night owl through and through. I'd binge every video I could find on YouTube about posing and directing from other photographers. I'd study their work and make up scenarios in my head to elicit the same types of reactions from my own couples. And after lots of research and practice and trial and error, at this point, I think I've photographed over 200 couples. Needless to say, I've learned a lot. So today I'm sharing my top 5 playful prompts to get those natural, fun, candid photos that we all love and that your clients are gonna love. And these will be some great poses to integrate into your own photo sessions. But before we dive into the poses, my first piece of advice is that the success of your session really comes before you ever press a button. It's where you create that connection with your client well before you even arrive on site to the session. It's knowing who they are, how they interact with each other, and what they love to do together. You know, everyone is different. Some people are more introverted and some couples are more extroverted. And the best way to get to know your couple, apart from the booking process where you should be like meeting in person or over a Zoom call, you need to be sending out a client questionnaire before your sessions to get to know your couple. For me, I call this my getting to know you questionnaire. It is an extra step in your process, but so worth it because trust me, it's going to make your client experience top notch because your couples are going to feel seen and cared for because you know them, and it's going to make them feel more connected to you and be able to let their guard down, and you're going to be able to coach those natural expressions out of them easier. In your questionnaire, you're going to want to ask questions like, what's your go-to date night? What do you love most about each other? Describe your favorite memory together. And as a couple, are you guys more introverted or are you more extroverted? Then when you arrive on site, you're armed with so much information about your couple and you're able to naturally ask them questions about themselves to break the ice. Let's face it, those first 10 minutes in a session, they're always super awkward. For everybody. So your number one priority is to cultivate trust in those first 10 minutes. And you can do this by talking about some of the answers on the questionnaire. You know, if their favorite memory is traveling to Europe and that's your dream vacation, connect with them on it. Ask them about the food, talk about a funny language barrier problem that they ran into. If their go-to date night is sitting on the couch and binge watching their favorite TV show and ordering a pizza, talk about that TV show. You guys get the idea. It's really simple. You just have to get good at being curious and asking questions. And the more your couple can talk about themselves and share, the more relaxed they're going to be in front of your camera because they feel like they can trust you because you know them. After you've laid that groundwork, it's time to take photos. So let's get into my top 5 playful prompts for candid couple photos. Prompt number 1 is the walking shot. It's a classic and my favorite way to start a session, especially because everybody's nervous in the beginning. Your couple's probably going to be a little bit stiff in the beginning and a little bit nervous to be in front of your camera. So start with something easy like walking, something that we do every single day. And it gives them something to focus on that doesn't require them having full attention on the big black hole of your camera just staring them in the face. Typically, I make my couples do this a couple times to break the ice. I have them walk towards me and then I have them walk away. I'll have them do it a second time, but this time I'll add a fun element like maybe I'll have them bump hips together or maybe I'll have them put their arms around each other's shoulders, kind of like a buddy walk. And this works every single time because it helps them let loose and have fun. And you're going to get those natural smiles and those natural laughs going. Another version of this is the drunk walk where they purposely act drunk and they stumble into each other, literally like they're walking home from a bar, you know? Your clients are going to love these photos because they get some good laughs going. Just be sure to remind them to not make drunk faces and to smile. You know, we don't want to be making faces like Our bodies are drunk, our faces are not. Prompt number 2 is ring around the rosie. This is probably my favorite way to get natural movement from my couples, and it draws inspiration from a classic childhood game where your couple holds hands and they run around in a circle in front of you. So direct them to hold hands, face each other, and start circling around in a gentle, playful, dance-like motion, and to keep their eyes locked on each other. If you want to have some fun with it, at random intervals, I will shout, "Stop!" and have them just like freeze in position. And that usually has them like, stumbling, and then they laugh and they like maybe even stumble into each other. Or I'll direct them to try to touch their noses in the middle of their circle that they're making. This always results in a spontaneous reaction from them like busting up with laughter. Now, when you're taking photos of this prompt, be sure to grab a variety of photos. So get those full body shots where everybody's in the frame, and then zoom in and focus on each couple's face as they're turning into the circle. And then also focus on the hand details. It's going to be a little bit tough because they're going to be moving fast. So you're going to have to shoot quickly and like press that shutter button a million bazillion times. But it's really fun to get those hand details, and you can even get a photo of the bride's ring or the groom's ring or maybe a watch or something like that. This is also a great opportunity to get some blurry photos. So for me, I am a sucker for the blurry photo trend, especially when it's movement based. I feel like if you're going to do a blurry photo, it has to be movement based. It can't be like them just standing there. They have to be moving. So this is a great prompt if you like blurry photos. Switch up your settings and get some of those as well. Prompt number 3 is the sneak attack. And this prompt is basically what it sounds like. It's where one partner starts a few feet behind the other and slowly walks up from behind, building that anticipation. And once close enough, the partner in the back, which is typically the guy, will attack the other with a bear hug, or they'll shower them with kisses on their neck or on their shoulder. Or sometimes I'll direct them even to wrap around their waist and pick her up off of her feet. And the key here is to remind them that it's not a football tackle. We're not tackling the other person to the ground, but we're sneak attacking with a loving embrace. Another version of this that I like to do is I like to have the guy sit on the ground and the girl can come up from behind his neck and kind of like shower him with kisses and kind of like pretend that she's strangling him with love. This can also make for some fun candid shots. Prompt number 4 is airplane arms. This is probably the most ridiculous out of all the prompts in this video. This is where your couple is going to mimic a literal airplane. So direct one person to stand directly behind the other with their arms stretched out wide, kind of like Titanic. And they're going to interlace their fingers and instruct them to literally fly around with their arms like an airplane. And they're going to go in for a hug every now and then. And they're going to go back out and they're going to sway around like an airplane again. This prompt is so ridiculous and silly, but hey, you can even tell your couple that. Be like, hey, I have this really great prompt and it's going to be so fun. You're going to feel a little awkward and silly doing it, but just lean into it because these are going to be some of your favorite photos from the session. And typically the things that feel the most awkward are typically the cutest. I don't know why that is, but that's a thing. So encourage them to, act like an airplane, encourage them to look at each other. And also they can tilt and lean to simulate aerial maneuvers. A running joke I say whenever they're like pretending to be an airplane is I'll joke that, oh my God, you guys are flying off to your honeymoon, or oh crap, there's turbulence, like hang on. And that is always guaranteed to get a good laugh from your couple. So if you need a good running joke, you guys can steal that one from me. Another fun alternative to this is to instruct the couple to be their own airplane, where they start running around in a field or on a beach somewhere. So they're not like intertwined into each other. They're like separated and they're their own airplane, and they're just like running around a beach or something, like pretending that they're flying around in a circle. And this is a great prompt for couples who are more extroverted and enjoy being silly together. I wouldn't necessarily use this prompt for a couple who is more introverted, so just be sure to know what your couple is like. Prompt number 5 is the piggyback ride. This is a classic and also self-explanatory. You're going to direct one person, generally the stronger or the larger of the two, to stand solidly on the ground while the other person jumps onto their back. And once they're securely in position, you can direct them to walk towards you. They can spin and go in a circle, which is really fun. Sometimes I even like to cue the carrier to pretend like they're gonna like drop the person that they're carrying, or they're gonna just like give them like a bumpy ride, and usually the person on the back is like, ah! I'm ridiculous. Just be mindful of their balance and comfort level. And that's it, you guys. Those are my top 5 playful prompts for couples to get those fun, natural, and candid photos. Honestly, you can even use these variations for family sessions as well. They're not just for couples. I hope you guys feel inspired for your next photo shoot to try something new. I will be making a follow-up video where I talk about more romantic type of photos for those intimate close-up shots. So stay tuned for that video. Be sure to like this video if you liked it. Please, I hope you guys liked it, or not, it's fine. Or if you found it helpful, subscribe so you can be notified for future videos that come out. And please comment below any types of videos that you guys would like to see in the future. I love hearing your guys' feedback and advice on what you guys truly want to hear from. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you guys next time. Be blessed and make good decisions. Bye, guys.